So the whole structure is identify all the problems and challenges that the community has, all the needs and wants that people in the community have. So when you have challenges, problems, needs, wants, if you can come up with a whole long list of all of them, I always say if there's a want, if there's a need, if there's a challenge, if there's a problem, there's a business behind it.
If there's a want, there's a need, there's a problem, there's a challenge, there's a business.
There's a business.
Okay, explain. What do you mean?
And what I always then use sometimes is I will give the challenge of witchcraft and say if the problem is witchcraft, what is the business opportunity, right? And everyone laughs and then they start coming up with, oh, you could start a church, you could sell Bibles, you could sell and outfits that people relate to and get creative and come up with. Actually, even behind that horrible thing, someone can make money, right?
Yeah.
And I then challenge them to say, give me on the list. We list all the stuff, challenges, needs, wants. We list all of them and say, give me the one that you think there is no business behind. If anyone dares try with any one of them, we then come up with a lot of different small business ideas that you could start because there is that problem, right? And then you're coming up to the second phase of all the different businesses we can start. What can you start quickly within a day? And then we eliminate the ones that need time. We eliminate the ones that need money. We look at the ones that you can start in a day. And then we say, for you, when you look at the list that's left, which one can you start? Because for tomorrow, it's an experiment. I need you to start and I'll teach you how to do it. I'll teach you the whole process, but I need you to come with results. Right?
So let's say I was waking up tomorrow morning and I'm that guy that you've just described. What is the business that I need to start?
No, it's not. You're starting from the end of the process. This process starts with identifying those four.
Yeah.
Problems, challenges, needs, wants, and then for you to say, which problem would I have a passion to solve? And then we come up with different ideas that you could start a business with. It differs as you move around communities because communities have different challenges, different needs and wants, right?
Okay.
So in that particular community where you will be, we will have identified a nice long list. And then you say, okay, I think I could do something around bakery. Umama is an oven. Because now you're linking your capacity, whatever it is that you have, to the needs and wants that you think you can try and solve.
So you basically look at what you have,
your capacity, the resources, you look at the needs and the wants, and you look at where you can start, because every business model has got levels where you can start. There's always somewhere in the space where you can start with very little.
All right.
Even a bakery without baking equipment, you could always start by buying and selling. You could always start by cutting deals with people who have started. There's always a way. So the process starts with identifying the needs and the wants, understanding your capacity, then figuring out a way to start quickly. That's the thing.
Sharp. Grace, so tell me, so you're having a conversation with one of his entrepreneurs that he's just coached.
Yes.
He comes to you and says, I've learned how to make money, but I'm not fulfilled because I don't even know what my purpose is, but I'm making money. How does the conversation then unfold moving forward? Because maybe perhaps for that entrepreneur, it's a very serious matter. They are making the money, but they're not fulfilled. They're not happy, and they're trying to figure out what their purpose is. He's taught them to make money. They've gone through all that process, all those steps. He comes to you and says, I'm making money, lots of it, but I'm not fulfilled. And Ellie, I'm sure you can comment on that as we open it up to the floor as well.
That's a very good question. I think, actually, I believe, not even I think, I believe that your purpose can yield profits.
Your purpose can yield profits.
Profits,
Okay.
yes. You can make the biggest profits of your entire life by following your purpose. And your purpose would look like something that comes easily. So something that you can wake up and almost do effortlessly. Would you need to still go to school, harness that, grow it, water it, make it work? Yes. But it must come from an organic place. It shouldn't be something that you're following because Makelwane is doing it. You know, the Jones are doing it and it's working for them. it must be something that comes from a place of self-actualization. And that's when we have to do the work. So we can't be lazy about it.
So what do we mean by self-actualization for people that might not know who Abraham Maslow is?
Yes. So self-actualization is sitting down and saying, who am I? What makes me feel like I belong? What makes me feel secure? What makes me feel that I've got value to add? What makes me feel like I can actually change an environment with something that I don't have to get out of my own skin or out of my own character to achieve? So self-actualization can also come through conversations, and this is what we touched on earlier on when we started this conversation, to say, can external validation assist you? Yes, it can. Because sometimes people can point out things about you that you haven't discovered yet, and especially positive things about you. The negatives also work because constructive criticism is always key. You can't neglect that. But working on that and saying, this is what comes naturally to me, this is what I can do in my sleep, and if I apply, more resources on this, if I grow this, if I nurture it, if I water it, I can build an empire from this one thing that comes organically to me.